In order to achieve the things that we want in life, you have got to remove the mental blocks. Most mental blocks are created at a young age through experiences that we have, or they are deep-rooted beliefs that are passed down from generation to generation. We never question these beliefs because they're buried deep in our subconscious. So instead of challenging them, we just pass them on to the next one. When I was 17, I finally decided what I wanted to do in life. I wanted to move to New York, go to school for fashion design, and I was going to be a big fashion designer. That was my dream. When I shared this dream with someone, I was told, why do you want to do that? Why don't you just get married, have children, get a regular job, and if you really, really want to go to school, you can just go to the military, and they'll pay for your school for free. And then in 20 years, you can retire. That was my life in a nutshell. But I've never been a nutshell kind of person, so I challenged it. You see, those fears were being passed on to me, but times have changed. You don't have to just go to school, get a job, get married, and retire anymore. You should be allowed to pursue the things that you really want to do in life and not be fearful of it. At that moment, that's when I learned that my dream may not be attainable, or it wasn't real. It wasn't a real thing, or it couldn't be a real job. Before that point, I didn't know that. It was the fear that was put in me, that mental block that was created. And eventually, I did pursue my fashion design dream, but I had to remove that mental block before I made that move. And now I have the honor of raising my daughter, Miko, not like Nico the cat, Miko, Miko with an M. Her name means born prosperous, blessed with beauty. I wanted to give Miko a chance from the very, very beginning. Before I became a mother, I was told, you better do everything that you want to do now, because when you have that baby, you won't have time, you won't have money, you won't have energy. Everything becomes about that child. So after I had her, that's when I decided that this was not enough for me. I didn't reach the goals that I wanted to reach yet. So instead of using her as an excuse not to do what I wanted to do in life, I used her as a strength to push forward and to fight those fears and to remove those mental blocks so I could achieve what I wanted to achieve in life. And also, so she would not be fearful of the things that she wanted to achieve. You see, it's our goal as parents, mentors, teachers, brothers, sisters, to teach the generations that are coming after us that they do not have to be afraid to pursue those things that they want in life. Fear is not real. It's not real. And I had to fight a lot of fears to stand on this stage today. And I hope that I am able to inspire someone else to do the same. I have 3 exercises that you can do to remove the mental blocks. The most important part of removing them is you have to recognize what they are. So exercise number 1 is to meditate. So you want to allow yourself 15 to 20 minutes. You can set the timer on your phone, sit in a comfortable, relaxing position. Try to have it uninterrupted. And you can just ask a question. It doesn't have to be a major question. How do I cure cancer, or end world peace, or start world peace? It could be something very, very simple. Why is it that I cannot clean my garage? Very simple. But it's major to you because you've been trying to clean this garage for 3 years and it's just not getting done. So once you sit into this meditative state, the answers will come to you, and you'll be surprised what may surface. It may be revealed that that time when you were younger and you were helping your aunt clean out her garage, and you dropped that very, very expensive antique that she loved, and she yelled at you and she said, "What are you doing? You're always ruining everything. I don't even know why you're here. Get out of here." And you take off running. Depending on what kind of child you were, either you took off running and you cried for 20 minutes, or you just went to go play with your friends and got a snack. Whatever, I didn't want to do it anyway. But it doesn't change the fact that the experience happened and that thought is there. So now, 20 years later, you're in your garage and you shuffle a few things around for about 15 minutes and it kind of looks worse than it did before you even started. And now you're all frustrated and you're always messing up stuff and you don't know what you're doing there. And you get out of there. Once you recognize and then remove that mental block, then not only will you be able to clean your garage, you'll probably clean your mom's garage, your grandparents' garage, and even your neighbor's garage for a small fee. Because now there is nothing preventing you from accomplishing this task. Exercise number 2 is forgiveness. Forgiveness is very important. Forgive your aunt. Everyone knows that she's crazy. She always says crazy things at all the family gatherings. She never has anything nice to say. Forgive her. You can forgive her in your own space at your own time, or you can call her and you can have a conversation. But once you forgive her and the release is done, then that mental block is removed. And most importantly, you have to forgive yourself. None of us are perfect, and we all make mistakes. Forgive yourself for that person that you may have hurt, for those things that you may have said, those regrets that you have, that investment you didn't make. Forgive yourself. Because the more we hold on to these things, you're stopping the newness from coming in. It's a blockage. Exercise number 3 is my absolute favorite. It's called the write and burn method. So with write and burn, you still want to allow yourself some uninterrupted time, and you can write a paragraph or you can write 20 pages. You want to release all of your inner thoughts. You can laugh, you can scream, you can cry. You can be completely honest because nobody's going to read it. You can read it, but you already know what it says. And if you're anything like me, it starts off all nice and clean. And then by the end of it, I'm writing like a mad scientist, so my words get all big and off the page. But that lets me know that I'm being honest and I'm letting it all out. And you can start off the same way you do with the meditation by just asking a question. And then that question will lead to other thoughts that are surrounding that event that may have happened. Once you recognize and remove these mental blocks, this is when your new life begins. This is where happiness begins. Now you are open to receive all the abundance of love, of success, of money, whatever it is that you desire. Now you're open to receive it because you're open, you're not blocked. And that's when life begins. And I'll be completely honest, I had to remove a lot of mental blocks to step up on this stage today. But if I inspired one person in this room, I reached my goal, and it was worth it. If I inspired two, I'm winning. I'm winning. So if you guys don't take anything away with you today, please remember, forgive yourself and forgive others, and you have to get rid of the old to make room for the new. Thank you.